Hey guys, it's me, 8144. So welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we'll be previewing the USA versus Netherlands. This is the very first round of 16 game. Of course, you guys can see I have my USA jersey here to represent the national team. And guys, I'll be honest with you, I've been very pleasantly surprised with the US, and I did not expect the USA to do this well in the World Cup. And I think it just shows how things can change over the grasp of a year. Because before the World Cup, man, I had very negative vibes. The team, very negative vibes. I was not impressed what we did in the friendlies, but I guess it just shows that in a World Cup, you just put everything on the line. So we'll be talking about the game, itself. I'll be talking about the head-to-head record. We'll talk about the national team, the 11 I expect to see from both teams, strength and weaknesses, and then give an overall prediction at the end. So let's start with the first thing first, is that the head-to-head record. So the head-to-head record between the USA and Netherlands is actually 5 games, and USA have only won 1 game of the last 5. Netherlands have won all 4. Now keep in mind, all 4 of the wins the Netherlands have got and the USA have got all been friendlies. USA and Netherlands have not played against each other in a competitive fixture. Okay, so the most recent meeting was USA to win 4-3 at the Amsterdam Arena with, I believe, who's that guy? I forgot his name. Someone scored. Bobby Wood. I think Bobby Wood scored the winner in that game. So it's a very, very interesting to see that. So I think coming into this game, obviously it'll be very interesting to see how the USA performs. Remember, guys, it's the first round of 16 games. This will take place at Saturday, December 3rd at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll try to see if I could watch along for this game because it's a massive, massive game. I'm not so sure because this time isn't really all that convenient for me, but I'll try to make do. I'll try to make do if I can, and I'll try to make sure I can watch this game because this will be a big, big, massive game. Anyways, so like I said, let's go over that. So now that you guys know the kickoff time, let's go ahead and look into the let's talk about players that could miss the next game if they pick up a yellow card. So the following players are at risk of suspension: Nathan Ake and Matthias de Ligt. If either of the two players or both players pick up a yellow card in this game, they'll be suspended for the quarterfinal clash against Argentina, Australia. And I made a mistake in my earlier video. I said that Argentina will play Spain in the quarterfinals. It's actually Netherlands and USA. So Netherlands or USA. Okay. For the USA, Tim Ream, Sergio Dest, Weston McKennie, and Ty Lambs all are at risk of suspension if they pick up a yellow card. And if I'm not mistaken, I think after the quarterfinals, yellow cards reset. Um, so like I said, this is the last game they need to be very cautious of. Okay, let's start with the USA team first, right? So as you guys can see, this is the USA team. I think the USA team has been great. I think from a USA standpoint, as an American fan here, I've been really, really impressed with what the USA has been doing. I think USA has done a great job so far in the World Cup by controlling possession, controlling the midfield, and having a resolute defense. I think the only concern I have with the US is their attack. That's really my only concern with their attack, is I just don't think we have enough firepower in the attack. As well as the fact our second half performances have been a bit questionable to say the least. So that's the thing though, is that just based on what we see in the group stage, maybe the USA will give a rise to the occasion in the second half. Because that's really my concern with the USA, is that I don't think we've been great in the second half in particular, and I don't think we've been really, really great with our attack. Okay? And obviously Christian Pulisic, we don't know if he's gonna be fit or not for this game. I'm praying he is. Probably he won't be fit for enough to start. I at least make the bench, hopefully. So obviously I cannot confirm as of now what his fitness is gonna be like, but we'll just have to wait and see. And I think for the USA, another problem is that we don't have a clinical striker. We just don't have a striker that can be that finisher for us. Okay, so I think it's very, very interesting to see that in that regard. Okay, now for the Netherlands, I think for the Netherlands, I think they've done great in Group A. I don't think they've been that great though, even though they did top the group. Obviously, credit has to be given. But at the end of the day, I don't think the Dutch have been that amazing. If I'm being honest with you, I think they've been just good enough. Because like I said, I saw their performances, and I think against Senegal and Ecuador, they were very, very underwhelming. Now, keep in mind, this is a group stage. And remember, group stage is very different to knockout stage. What could very much be the case is that the Netherlands will turn up in the knockout stage, right? I think Frankie de Jong has been one of their best players, and Cody Gakpo. I think he's been excellent at the front, and he's been so clinical. Because like I said, guys, I think for the Netherlands team, I'm looking at the defense, and it's not looking that strong. It's a decent defense. It's a good defense. I'm not saying it's a bad defense, but it's not like that great, you know. And I also think that we can. I don't think their fullbacks are that great. Daley Blind and Dumfries. And let me know in the comment section below if you guys want me to do a USA Netherlands combined 11. I might do like a YouTube short for that kind of thing, potentially. But anyways, getting back to this one, I think for this one, guys, it's very very important that the USA can win that midfield battle because I believe that Frankie De Jong is a quality player, and if he can try to shut Frankie De Jong off the game, then I think we can get at this Netherlands team. So it's gonna be very very interesting to see how Netherlands approach that and what formation they're gonna be playing because I think they'll be playing the 3-4-1-2 against the U.S. And so it'll be interesting to see how we play against a back three because we haven't really played against a back three team in the World Cup, I believe, because I think Iran they played the 4-2-3-1, and I think Wales I think they might have played the four at the back, I think, and I believe England as well, and I'm pretty sure England as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the USA approaches that. And the beauty about this game is that it's similar. I think both teams are at a very similar positions at their national team development. I think Louis Van Gaal's done a great job as the Netherlands team, making them where they are right now. Rebuilding them ever since they missed out in the last World Cup. And the same goes for the USA. So it's actually really interesting. Both teams missed out in the 2018 World Cup, respectively, and it was a major disappointment for the national team. And since then, they have recruited a lot more young players and tried to make this team a lot more resolute. So, it's a very, very interesting matchup. And I think this is a round 16 matchup I'm really looking for because other matchups this is a really interesting one. I think this is about as 50-50 as it can get, and so forth. So I think the key for the USA to win this game is to ensure that we score in the first half. Because if we don't score in the first half, I don't really see us beating the Dutch in the second half. And what's very, very important with the USA is that we keep our defense solid. Because we know for a fact the Netherlands have been clinical. While they may not have been great as a collective unit, they are clinical, and that is a very dangerous thing. Is that they don't need many chances to score. You give them one little sniff opportunity, they can score. Sort of like what we saw against Wales, right? Wales didn't really do that much against the second half against the USA, but when they had that one big opportunity, they were able to score. And we saw how crucial that penalty was for Wales. Obviously, it didn't really mean much then because they finished bottom of the group. But the point being is that it's going to be a tricky one. As for my prediction for this game, it's a very difficult one to call. I'm kind of conflicted here in this one. My head is saying that Netherlands will win this game just because Berhalter will make his weird substitutions right in extra time in second half, and we're going to screw things up. My heart believes we can actually win this. I think we can actually win this too. I think this is a winnable game for the U.S., and I feel like if we have the perfect game, we can win this. But I think for us to win, we need to have the perfect game. Because if we don't play the perfect game, I don't see us winning. So I'm going to tell you this, guys. I think the game's going to penalties. I think the game's going to penalties, and let's just wait and see what happens. Wait and see what happens, guys, because I think it's a close game. This could go to penalties or extra time. If I were to edge for a winner, I would probably lean towards the Dutch, if I'm being honest with you. But I do believe the USA has a strong case to make this game compelling. I'll tell you what, I'm going to change my mind. It's not going to be penalties. I think Netherlands will win this game 2-1, but I'm hoping that we win 1-0. So if I'm going to give you two predictions, guys. My head says 2-1 Netherlands, but my heart says 1-0. So I'm going to leave you at that. So it's a difficult game. Let's just wait and see what happens. And obviously, if you made it all the way as far as this video, please consider not subscribing. Comment down below your thoughts, and also comment down below, should I do a Netherlands USA combined 11? Because I was actually really thinking about doing one, but I needed to do this match for you first. So maybe if we get enough votes for that, I can maybe do a YouTube short, something like that, for that. So anyways, I hope you guys do enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.